How's it going, guys? Welcome back to more Katawa Shoujo. In the previous part, I think we're still at the restaurant. I'm sorry I haven't been really putting up annotations. I've been quite busy recently, just trying to get everything done and beforehand and so forth. But I'll try my best to actually get annotations up and going and stuff like that. But, anyways, somebody mentioned that I'm coming up to a decision, so I'm gonna be a huge screw up. I'm gonna be pretty pissed, and I'm still in the same spot. Okay, let's go. I clear my throat in mock disapproval of this whole business and try to steer the conversation elsewhere. To tell the truth, though, I do prefer solitude to be. What the fuck was that? Alright, apparently my neighborhood decides to be loud today. I do prefer solitude to being surrounded by others. I don't think I could maintain a social circle like you do. I can't. You should never trust me with anything that has to do with circle. Because that circle is going to be a circle when you think it is, but then it's going to be a straight line. I don't know how I managed to do that type of stuff, but it's crazy. She contemplates this for a moment. I don't think that's true either. Either? Okay, the two words either and either are the same words that are spelled correctly, but they are pronounced differently. That kind of throws me off. So when they say either, it makes no sense. When I say either, it makes sense the second time. So what the heck? Am I supposed to say either the entire time? I'm gonna definitely do that now. I've seen how gentle and caring you are around Hanako, and you get a marvelously well with others, even those whom you hardly know. I think you're quite adept at social situations. That's not good. The next thing you see me screwing everybody else. Hint, wink. I don't know. Fucking school days there. But on that note, what of your confessions, Hisao? I'm sure someone like you must have at least one admirer. Oh crap! As I open my mouth to speak, I can feel my face turn slightly dour. At times like this, I secretly appreciate the fact that she can't see my expressions. Just one. Her name was. Oh, fuck! No! Awanako? Fuck you. Fuck this. It was when she confessed to me. To me that I had my heart attack. They're in the woods. The woods? That's not creepy. In the woods? During winter. Lilly finds herself speechless, not expecting for the topic to move into such an area. My conditions has always been something of a concern for her, something that I strive to minimize despite my body's best efforts to the contrary. Afterwards, she visited me for a while when I was in the hospital. For weeks, she came in and talked. It was usually just small talk or classroom gossip, but that was enough. Ha! You're a lady. But eventually, she just stopped coming. Yeah, exactly. But a dick. She was there every day, then every other day, then once a week, then finally one day. She just stopped visiting entirely. She just didn't care about it. She's like, oh, you're in the hospital. Fuck you. I'm leaving for somebody else, and then I'm gonna send you a letter. Be like, ha, douche. Did you ever see her again? Oh God. Oh God. No! Really? This early? No! I wrapped in my own little world. I shake my head before remembering the futility of the gesture. Fudge! What do I choose? No. You are too far deep in order to drop the subject. We are mentioning the damn letter. The memory of that single letter, we'll call her Waka, Semi, comes back to my mind. I never saw her again. But after I was sent to Yamaku, she wrote me one letter. Lilly's face shows an expression I know well. Oh crap, not this word again. I've piqued her interest. I'd be slightly offended that it's simply a matter of curiosity for her, but she's never been very good at masking her reactions. In hindsight, it really didn't say much. what was going on in my old class, how she was faring, and almost as an afterthought that it was probably best for the both of us that we don't see each other again. Ever. Drop the subject. We're done. Oh crap, don't tell me. God dang it. After reading it, I ended up reassessing a lot of things. I thought I'd managed to work out, for the most part. That letter reminded me that the world around me was still moving and just how much I'd become isolated from it. And I guess it also reminded me of what I lost. What'd you lose? I swear to God, you say to B, I'll be pretty pissed. She gives the information some thought before her face lights up in realization. No doubt she worked out that it was this letter which had contributed to my angst during the lunch on the rooftop. It's a rare sight to see Lilly quite so lost for words. Her entire persona is a little deflated from her earlier rapt interest. As charismatic as she is, in the end that isn't any replacement for life nor relationship experience. Perhaps it is better she sent it than not. Yeah, I was gonna say, how's that? What? It would've, I get it now. It can be difficult to work out how best to communicate with those you haven't met in a long time. All the more so considering your separate situations. Instead of doing what was easiest, she built up the courage to talk to you one last time. Not only for her sake, but from how it sounds for yours as well. It appeases you that she kinda cares, but like she kinda went down the slope of Dickville and like, hey, I'm gonna start like not visiting you anymore. It's like, wow, seriously? Maybe I don't hate her for it, not that I really ever did, but I don't know. Well, you do know because, okay, never mind. Probably a more non-committal answer than I should give, but it isn't without cause. I've never looked at the situation from Waka's, perspective like that before. Second passes silence before Lilly speaks again. Moving to Yamaku must have been hard for you, having your friends and even your girlfriend taken from you for no fault of your own. Wait, are you blaming it on me? Are you blaming it on him? Him, right here, him, this word? The worst of it passed while I was in the hospital. When all that surrounds you is the 4 white walls and a small television, your mind takes on a life of its own. It's like my old school, I guess. I just try not to dwell on what's happened and keep thinking ahead. All that reminiscing does is get me down. And it's largely thanks to you that it feels like things are finally getting back on track. Yes! You're getting back in line, man. Okay, actually, never mind. That sounds kind of weird now. That's pleasing to hear, Hisao. She lowers her face slightly, her expression pensive. I guess I went too far and embarrassed her. Wow! On your first date, too. I suppose you went through something a bit like what I did when you entered Yamaku anyway, right? I imagine the vast majority of our school students did, after all. You said yourself that you made friends in your old school. I can't imagine many followed you. Follow me and I shall take you to the glorious... Okay, I was gonna say butt cheek, but that sounds really wrong after I processed it. Lily's deep smile drops, her expression unexpectedly darkening. Even her hands retreat to her lap. It looks like her hands were already in her lap. Fix that. After a long while, she speaks. Hisao, can you promise not to tell anyone else what I'm about to? Yeah, what did they let her finish her freaking sentence before you say I promise, because who knows what's gonna happen. She looks slightly taken aback by my serious. I don't think that was serious, but then relents and smiles weakly before continuing. When I moved to Yamaku, I did regret losing the friends I'd had at my other school, but there was one person whom I most regretted not seeing again. He was the reason I took up English as a future. What? He? Is it the track captain? Considering she came from an all... Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, wasn't she in an all-girls school? That can't have been a schoolmate then. What? What? Don't tell me it was a teacher. Okay, here's the story. Okay, I think it was like 2 years ago maybe. And in my small town, there was this teacher. I'm thinking he went to Enoch, like this other high school. Well, I just said the name of it, I think. I'm not even sure if it's correct. But he is dating a high school student. And that's kind of creepy. And the worst part was that his name was Mr. Hooker. That was really weird and really, really, like, awkward, I have to say. It's like, why? And he left his, like from what I've heard, like, teacher said, like, he left his wife and kids for that chick, and now he's like, I don't know what he's doing, but it's really weird. I'm kind of scared. I rejected the confessions I'd received until then for him. Every time I improved my English skills, his praise was my most treasured reward. He was a teacher, wasn't it? It's funny, isn't it? Someone like me able to boast about the people who have set eyes on me, liking someone so utterly unattainable as my tutor. Ugh. It's the most ridiculous thing. God, Dick, what? Did you? She quickly shakes her head from side to side. I couldn't. Even then, I knew it was impossible. Yeah, maybe he was married. A silence reigns over both of us. This does seem to explain her ardent focus on her future in teaching English, but I can't help thinking of her confession to me. She lost him without ever letting her feelings be known? Oh, no. Did she somehow fear that would happen again? But with me? And that's why she cried! I don't know. I'm just like thinking like the most like reasonable things that came to my head. I don't really know what to make of it. I've heard of such relationships before. Taboos born of such things was puberty and youth. The fact that she had the good judgment not to act on it, though, is heartening. I know this must sound strange, but please, don't think of me. Why would I think any less of you for that? Yeah, okay, you can be a gentleman sometimes, but sometimes you're just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely do this. You do the opposite that you don't do in high school. Like, no, like almost normal kids don't, like, I know people think of sex and shit, but like, literally, like, who thinks of it every single day? Who does it every single day? That's my question. Who thinks of it? I don't think of it every single day. I don't, actually, wait a second. Most of the time the guy I hang out with always says dirty jokes, so technically, okay, never mind. Okay, let's drop that. You will always have that one friend. Well, I don't really consider him as a friend. I consider him as an acquaintance because he's much of a dick. To be honest, I think he must have been a very nice person. If you liked him so much, not only that, but you stopped yourself before going too far. Oh ho! At least she had self-control. For a moment, she looked somewhat lost. Most unexpectedly though, it isn't a second before she starts to laugh. The second takes me off guard. It's not a giggle nor a restrained chuckle, but honest and genuine laughter. You made her laugh. Congratulations. I find myself smiling, and not just at her display of relief and happiness, but for her to trust me enough to let me see the most private of her secrets. God! Again with the tuxedo! Before I realize it, I feel her palm touching my face. Her touch is gentle as ever, with her thumb slowly stroking my cheek. Your cheek! That doesn't look like your cheek. You look like a Muppet. I'm sorry. You're kinda Sal. I really do love you. Oh, okay. Never say that. Don't say love you. Don't say I love you ever. No, don't do that. Seeing her face like this, with her palm gently caressing my face, I think tonight has been a wonderful night. How long have I been in this like scene for? Like, that's my question. I'm like 2 minutes, like almost about to finish it. I guess we both had pretty good past, eh? I think by most standards, our present is rather odd as well. I smile and hang my head. This woman can easily run rings around me, of that I'm quite sure. Oh come on! How long am I gonna stay in this scene? I look back around the room with its continuing quiet hum of patrons. This place probably fits into the odd category too. Yeah, high school students in this type of restaurant makes sense. It is a tad overbearing. That's one word for it, yes. Oh, now you're speaking like a freaking gentleman now. Get out of here! I guess the eye of a scurrying waiter, a short, scrawny guy no older than 20. He kinda reminds me of Kenji, though. Unlike him, the waiter isn't dressed for winter during midsummer. Oh yeah, because he has that stupid scarf. It makes him look like Harry Potter. After a curt bow and an offer to remove our plates, Lilly asks for the bill politely and softly. With expert coordination, he maneuvers around the tables, our plates in hand, to retrieve our bill. In no time, he reappears through the doors, smartly handing our bill to Lilly, who promptly hands it to me, causing him to raise an eyebrow. She's blind! Oh my god! As I read the small computer-printed leaflet, the cost is considerably more than I expected. Hisao? I quickly stammer out the amount, to which Lilly merely nods and reaches for her purse. Giving her card to the waiter, he disappears with it. She has a card?! That was a disproportionately large amount of money. How much was it? The statement seems to make Lilly slightly uncomfortable. My family leaves me more than enough for my education. The same goes for my sister, though she dislikes me being reminded of that fact. That said, I too dislike throwing money about, but this one time I think I can make an exception, just for you. You get a freebie! Just for now, you get a freebie! Not only did you choose our date, but you paid for both of us as well. I take the bridge of my nose and fingers. I can't believe how high you have set the bar for our next date. Yep, you gotta be stacking now. She gives a small giggle. I'll be looking forward to it, Hisao. Are you gonna take her to somewhere like freaking... Oh crap, I got nothing. The waiter reappears beside us as if by magic, hallelujah, and hands Lilly's card back to her, evidently picking up on her lack of sight. He places the card in her hand with an extra, perhaps unneeded amount of firmness to make sure of her grip. Don't worry, I'm gonna slowly put it on your hand. He exercises a measure of diplomacy by keeping a neutral face despite my own expression. Clapping my hands together, I stand up from my seat in order to bring an end to our night out. Shall we be off, my lady? Finally, we're out of that scene! God! That shouldn't have taken longer than expected. But then again... Oh wow. Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna end it off here. I hope I made the right decision. If I didn't, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, I hope you guys have a great day. And hopefully you don't wake up like that. With like, yeah. Like literally, you have like a text box under you, which makes it pretty funny. Alright, so anyways, I hope to see you guys in the next part. And as always, I hope you guys have a great day. 2 empty glasses and a bottle, the contents of which are quickly and professionally poured into the former. What the ew! Ew! Look, there's a face right there. It's like a smiley face right there. Look, yeah, you're gonna be happy tonight. We both nod politely as he leaves, Lilly taking her glass and gently moving.